Hey, what's good everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Orfe, and today we're going to talk about AI retouching. So I'm going to show you how I retouch my photos now using AI. I know in the photography community, there's a lot of talks, and some people like it, some people don't. My opinion, doesn't change anything for you, but for me, it helped me go a little bit faster, especially when it came down to retouching images. In today's video, we're going to see some beauty images. We're not going to go to the old ways, the ways I used to retouch back in the days, but mostly how I started incorporating AI tools to make my workflow a little bit faster. Before we go any further, I just want to mention this is not a sponsored video. This is just me showing you what I use now, and they didn't give me a code. They didn't ask me to make this video, and my goal is to always help the photography community. All right, let's jump right into it. So this is a session that I had a couple months ago, and I've already chosen like the 3 main images that we're going to work with today. And we are in capture 1. Let me just select all the 3 photos. I made some changes a little bit, depending on how I was shooting. This was on the sun, and I had a reflector, a diffuser actually. I had a diffuser and a reflector on the floor to cover the shadows underneath. That's why you see like this is very smooth. I boosted in capture 1 my exposure a little bit on this photo. I can show you the before and after. So those are the before and after, as you can see. Now we're going to export them in Evoto. Evoto is the app that I use now to retouch my photos, and I feel like it helped me in so many ways. How I export, I have a recipe. I'm gonna go to export, and I have 2 recipes. The first one is the Pro Photo. This is for Photoshop PSD file, and I have a high resolution that I export to put in Evoto. I'm going to show you why I do it like this, because I want to be able to retouch my PSD files as well. I don't know if this Evoto version you can, edit your PSD, but I don't think so. Photoshop is still the software that I use to finish my photos and to edit some of the stuff, but Evoto helps me do at least 90% of the things that I would have done in Photoshop. Now, as you can see, I have my 3 photos in Photoshop. So when you open Evoto, you're gonna have like 2 different tabs. Here on top, you're gonna have library and edit. So what you have to do when you try to create a different project, you go to library on top, and then on the left side, you're gonna see library here. I'm gonna click here, and I'm gonna create a new project, and I'm gonna call it Anna. That's the name of the model that I work with. So I'm just gonna create the project, the 3 photos that I exported. I'm gonna just drop them here. So what I'm gonna start doing, so you have some stray hair here. We're gonna come back to it. I'm just analyzing the photo. There's some blemishes and stuff like that. She has some, few stuff here that you want to remove. So on the right side, what I'm gonna do, let me just put fit so you guys can see what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do freckles and acne. I'm gonna pull all the way up and remove everything. Like it removes everything on the face, as you can see, before and after. So if you click on the space bar, for example, like this, you're gonna see, the before and after. So now on the face, let me show you real quick. You can see, but when you go back, you kind of see also what it did. You can bring back freckles, it will just remove the blemishes and acne and stuff like that, but the freckles will still be on the skin. But she doesn't have any freckles. You have face mole removal. If you click on that, as you can see, she has some moles. You can do that as well. But if, depending on your style, my style is to keep some of the things that are permanent on the skin to make sure like everything that she has permanently stays on her face and even on her body. So I'm not gonna touch this. Reduce face shine, you can do this as well. As you can see, depending on, you know, the face shines, it will reduce. Dark circles, if I do this, I never do like go all the way when it comes to retouching. I never do all the way and just, you know, some people might want to do it all the way to, you know, to 100, but I still want to keep a little bit of, you know, the true features and respect the environment. Some of the shine on the picture is actually natural, so I'm not gonna go all the way and remove everything because that's not natural, and I'll just keep it a little bit. Just want to make sure that it doesn't clip. Same for dark circles. As you can see, I'm doing this. Eye bag. Does she have eye bag? Not really. Not really. Remove glasses, glare. She doesn't have any glasses. Lip wrinkles and flakes. So this is what I do. You can do this, but still, again, it's not, for me, it's not natural, so I just leave it. One of the things that I love to do and that I love about this also is they have a different section. It's called body refinement. And on the body refinement, you can have also body blemishes. So as I do this, it removes all the blemishes on her body. Now, this, I feel like it's not, you know, it's not ready yet in the sense that it also removes the moles and stuff like that. That's not what I want. What you can do is, you know, not go all the way to 100 and maybe just bring it down. But I'm going to show you when you go back to Photoshop what you can do as well. So I have this neck wrinkles. And one of the things that I love to do also is just, you know, when I edit, I try not to edit this close. I try to go back a little bit to see what I'm doing on the photo. Those are the things that usually would have taken a lot of time. Now I want to go to this section, which is hair retouching. Now, there's some straight hair here, straight hair. I could have spent a lot of time. Now with generative fill in Photoshop, you can do miracles, but you can actually just push a slider and, you know, and voila. There's no more straight hair, like it's gone. As you can see, everything depends on how much of things you want to remove from the photo, but this is just sliders. When you feel like you're done and you're done, there's nothing else that you can do. There's different things that you can actually do now. You can just copy and paste, and you copy all the things that you did. So I'm just gonna click save, and I can just go on the next picture and do paste. Before and after, before and after. Now I can do it on the next picture as well, and I have before and after. So you have before and after. If it's too much, you can go back to your photo and start doing, you know, refining one photo at a time. Now let's just say this is, you know, the final photo that you want to have. What you can do, you can just choose the 3 photos and export them. And this is where my Photoshop session, you know, comes in place. Now, what I usually do when you go back to Photoshop, I'll just take the same photo and I'll put it on top. And then I can mask things. I put it on top, and I'll do the same thing for the other photo. same thing. And now you can decide how much you want all the things that you've done like added onto this photo. So you can reduce a little bit the opacity of all the changes. I can do the same thing here. If I feel like it's a little bit too much, I can reduce the opacity. Everything depends on your style of photography. My style, it's a little bit, I try to keep like some of the permanent things. I want to keep things a little bit true to reality. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. You already know what time it is. It's your boy Orphy the Me Baby. I'm out. Cheers.